This audiobook is based on our book about a key philosophical principle in medicine, without which a true understanding of human health is impossible. We extend the previously formulated principle of disease optimality to human health and human life, not only at the individual, but also at the societal level. In this chapter, we are talking about the individual and the social organism as nested functional systems. In this part, we bring together everything said about biological limits, psychic organization, and social context. The principle describes life as a single optimization problem solved simultaneously on three levels: 97 bodily, psychic, and social. Well-span here appears not as infinite prolongation of existence, but as the optimal filling of the interval allotted to us between birth and the natural boundary of lifespan, with minimal cost and suffering, structural wear, and loss of meaning. We integrate biological, psychic, and social dimensions into a single framework in which qualitative longevity is understood as harmonious dwelling within the natural boundary of life, rather than as naif attempt to abolish it. At the level of the individual, every behavioral act, from a basic physiological action to a complex intellectual choice, is organized as a functional system. At the center of the system stands the acceptor of the result of action, an internal forecasting apparatus that constructs a model of future success even before movement begins. The individual thus appears as an autonomous subject who constantly compares reality with personal needs and goals. Yet this autonomy is not isolated. If we move one level up, it becomes clear that society operates according to the same laws. Society forms its own large-scale acceptors of the result through cultural values, legal norms, and standards of quality of life, and launches collective mechanisms such as medicine or education to correct deviations from these goals. The human being is therefore not a mere particle of a mass, but a complex nested system whose internal search for optimality must be synchronized with the vector of results pursued by the social whole. We conceive of the individual as an interweaving of three tightly coupled loops of a single regulatory process. The biological level provides fundamental energetics and structural integrity of the body. The psychic level is responsible for constructing internal models, strategic planning, and emotional processing of experience. The social level creates the matrix of meanings and supplies resources, without which individual well-span cannot be realized. These are not three separate planes, but a single coordinate system. Any disease, like health, always has biological mechanisms, psychic experiences, and social consequences. When all three loops operate in harmony, the system attains its goals with minimal cost functional, which is precisely the essence of the principle. Health and disease as states of alignment of systemic goals. Within this framework, health signifies full alignment of goals and feedback across all levels of nesting. It is a state in which bodily reactions, psychic aspirations, and social actions all serve a shared adaptive outcome rather than canceling each other out. Disease, in turn, appears not merely as a breakdown of a single organ, but as a failure in the configuration of nested systems. In pathology, body, psyche, and socio cease to cooperate in minimizing resource expenditure for achieving life goals. The system begins to pay an excessive adaptive price in the form of pain, disability, isolation, or loss of autonomy. Disease is a situation in which the cost of the outcome exceeds the outcome itself. Well-span as a criterion of nested structures optimality. We thus arrive at the final understanding of the principle. Well-span becomes a universal criterion of optimality not only for the individual organism, but for the entire nested structure biological, psychic, social. An optimal life does not mean assaulting the entropic ceiling, but constructing a trajectory in which individual and society together minimize the total price of attaining life goals within the given natural boundary. The system's success is measured by its ability to maintain high functionality and meaningfulness of existence, while preventing a rupture between biological duration and personal presence. It is the harmonization of nested rhythms, where each level reinforces the others, creating conditions for the fullest possible unfolding of human potential. We will be grateful for your likes and for sharing information about this audiobook with others.